Hi everyone, this is Achi and welcome to the Void Correspondence. I do tarot readings and mixed messages for those of you who are interested in getting some clarity and some insight from my intuition and the void into your life. So today I have a reading for the week of October 20th, that's next week, and just to get a general reading of what's going on in your life, in this season of your life, and please feel free to leave this behind if it doesn't resonate with you. If it does, amazing, right? All right, so let's get into it. I've pre shuffled our cards and I'm really excited to get into this. It feels like a very powerful message, and here we go. All right, y'all. So today I've pulled three Arcana cards and then I have three tea leaves available for us to further clarify. Let's go ahead and get into the first card of our spread today. We have the world card. You quite literally have the world at your feet. The world card is a card of completion. It's a card when things are, coming to an end. Maybe a karmic cycle for you is coming to an end. It's really kind of a feeling of, completion. You're completing a challenge, and the world wants you to kind of savor this moment a little bit. The world wants you to kind of feel grateful and appreciative for where you've gone in your life and to not undermine the work that you have done until this point, right? The world is really telling us that, if we were to travel, we would be accepted where we are. So now might be a good time for you to travel. It might mean that it's time to open your horizons. And if we really look at this card, this person is overlooking the city. The sun is like in their head. And so they're really just like in a moment of their life, at least it looks like to me, where they can do anything, right? They're a blank canvas, they're open, they are newly freed from this karmic cycle. And that's kind of what I'm getting from you right now. I feel like we've maybe been bogged, and right now I'm feeling like this like bogged down energy, like, oh, I'm tired. And so it feels like maybe you're in a point in your life where maybe you've graduated, maybe you've completed something, you just got out of a job that was dead end or that you've had for a long time. And so let's go ahead and further clarify with our second one. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is, this one is a little bit of a bloody card, so I'm not going to show it for too long. But the Wheel of Fortune is really, I think of a card of karma, and I think that it really signifies that what goes up must come down, that life is always moving, it's not stopping, and even if we're not ready for it, it's going to keep going. Now, with that being said, I am seeing that I am like kind of feeling like there is a lot of luck, destiny, change and ascension with this card. I feel like there may be a big change happening in your life, and I feel like this might be kind of like a karmic change that is, not to scare anyone, but destined to come in your life. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is kind of clarifying this world card for us, right? That we have completed a chapter in our life and it's time to go into a new one. And that's kind of what the Wheel of Fortune is telling us right now. I think the Wheel of Fortune is saying that the old way of living life that we have been going through is no longer serving us, right? And I get a feeling that so many of us know exactly what that feels like. Like life is, you know, maybe not even super difficult, but it's just not fulfilling, right? And so I truly understand that that feeling of being unfulfilled can feel mentally horrible. And so I'm really getting a feeling from the void right now that this Wheel of Fortune is really going to take you in a different direction than you have been going in your life for a long time. I really feel like there is a plan, even if you don't realize what the plan is, that is currently being set in motion. There's a plan that is, currently being like the pieces are being put together by the universe, right? Like they're putting this person here, they're putting this, position here, they're putting this person to be here at the exact right place, right? And that takes time. And it also takes you to participate. in that process, right? You have to co-create with the universe. You have to put your intention and your energy of what you want out there, and you have to really, really say it. You have to write it down. You have to tell other people, and you have to believe that you can get it, right? Because if we believe that we can't get anything, we're going to be stuck down where our negative thoughts are, where our shame is. And to further clarify that, let's go ahead and go into our last card of our three arcanas. And it's very fitting, right? The Tower. After we have finished this karmic cycle, after we have, this big change in direction from the void, from our life, things are rightfully going to be upheaved, right? I don't know if that's a word, like upheaval. Things are going to be thrown upside down. Quite literally, things are going to be burning away to make the way for new things. And so, this is very much a confirmation for us today that we are set on a track right now. Like you were the best analogy that I can think of is you were on a roller coaster and you just got the little like bar put down on you. You were strapped into this ride and there is no getting out. You have made choices in your life that have led to this moment, and you were never going to be the same after this. I feel like, the destruction and the chaos. And, destruction and chaos doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, right? Because sometimes things have to go away for things to heal. Things have to be taken away for things to, heal over time, to have that peace, to have that serenity. And so there's obviously things in your life that need to be taken away, right? There's things in your life that need to be um parted with, created distance with. Maybe this is a relationship that's no longer serving you, that's keeping you back. Maybe this is a collective that is, no longer serving you. Maybe this is a job that routinely takes advantage of you, right? And you are in a moment of your life where you have, you know, I'm feeling like you've done the work. You have really done so much and put so much effort into creating the person that you are now. And I have a feeling that, just like so many of us have been through profound heartbreak, profound trauma, and the world is really giving us I'm feeling like a pat on the back, right? That we can't carry this with us, and that the Wheel of Fortune is telling us that it really is time for a shift. Excuse me. It really is time for a shift. And I'm going to take that as a sign. We're going to move over to our tea leaf cards. And I have three available for you today. The first one is the dog barking. Dog barking. Woof woof. And that's a cute little dog. It looks like a greyhound. And it says advice from a friend. So, reader, does anybody here have a dog? Does anybody here have a dog that they're struggling with the responsibility of? I'm getting that for some reason. I'm also getting a friend that tried to tell you something that made you defensive. And so I'm getting a message from the void as we speak that if that has happened lately, that maybe we need to do a double back. And maybe they're not right, but maybe we need to, try and preserve that friendship, or try and create more relationships in our life where there is more back and forth dialogue. I'm really getting that feeling from the void right now. The next one that we have is the month of May. That's so interesting. Right now we're in October. That's the 10th month. May is the 5th month. And so that's going to be 7 months, doing quick math, right? But maybe this is something that happened last May, or maybe this is something that is upcoming next May. Um, Maybe you got into a conflict with someone because they tried to give you advice that you thought was unsolicited. Um, Maybe next May, it will be important to listen to your community, right? There could be a lot of different options, but think back to your life. Think about to the things that have impacted you heavily, also think back to the things that you thought little of at the time, right? We never know how little things could be signs for our life in the moment. And I'm seeing that Sanji, my cat, is walking around a lot, and she usually likes to lounge a lot. So I'm kind of also getting like a an anxious or a nervous energy. I'm getting like an energy of, I don't know, I don't feel like I can relax. And I just want to remind you, Spirit right now is telling you, relax. Sanji, relax. But our last tea leaf card is hidden secrets can harm you. That's the skull card. Hidden secrets can harm you. That's such a cute skull. But we all know this, right? We all know that dishonesty breeds mistrust. And when you don't feel like you're on the same level with another person, that relationship naturally feels what is the word? Unequal, unequitable, unfair. And so I think this is really a call out from Spirit that as we move into this next chapter of our life, that it is important that we're authentic and it's important that we're honest with how we feel. I'm getting a feeling of someone who in the past has been a people pleaser, someone in the past who has, disregarded their own values, their own boundaries, their own morals for someone else. And so I really think that, what this Wheel of Fortune and what the Tower is trying to show you right now, that in the future, there is no room for this. There is no room for keeping secrets, and there is no room for lying both to others, but most importantly to yourself, right? And so I want to end off on that note. I think that it's very powerful to, just relay back to yourself and think, what am I okay with in my life, right? What relationships am I okay with in my life? And I want to surround myself with people that, you know, feel those things as well, that, resonate with those things as well. And I want people that want to be honest and authentic with me too. I'm really getting a feeling from the void that, and from these messages, from the cards, that it is a time in your life to do things profoundly different. And it is a time in your life to try things that are profoundly different. I'm feeling a feeling, I'm going to leave off with this, but I'm feeling a feeling of someone who feels like they have, you know, fit in well enough their entire life, right? But you've never quite felt that there was a community for you, or there was, people that really felt the way that you did. And so I'm really feeling in your life right now that it is a time to reach out to your community, reach out to, groups in your community, reach out to volunteer groups. And it really feels like that will be a stepping stone to a lot of these other great things that the Wheel of Fortune, the world, and the Tower have in store for you. Because no transformation is easy, no transformation is quick. This tower might be quick, but you have been becoming a new person for what feels like years now. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and play with my kitty for a little bit. And I hope you relax today. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.